girl, but she got big dreams. I'm here to make them a reality. It's not for show, but girl, your life is show. I need your body, you're a pot of gold. Dive in it like an oasis. Every time we touch, I gotta face this. I never go and leave you at the dance. From that night on, you still hold my hand. I met you at the dance. The stars are aligned, so please hold my hand. I won't leave you at the dance. I won't leave you at the dance. I won't leave you at the dance. Your heartbeat right beside me, beating away. Don't change, 'cause it would never be the same. It would never be the same. It would never be the same. I won't leave you at the dance. I won't leave you at the dance. I won't leave
mama told me I was born to run.
Otros 11 bonitas que veo en San Juan, disfrutando de todas esas cosas que extrañan los que se van, disfrutando de noches de esas que ya no se dan, pero queriendo volver a la última vez. Ya los ojos te miré y contarte las cosas que no te conté. ¿Te parece a mi crush? Y tirarte las fotos que no te tiré. Déjame traerte una foto. Ey, tengo el pecho pelado, me dio una mata. El corazón dándome pata. Dime, baby, ¿dónde tú estás? Pa' llegarle con Roro, Julito, Cristal, Roy, Edgar, Seba, Oscar, Darnell y Big J tocando bata. Hoy la calle la dejamos es barata. Y sería cabrón que tú me toques el guiro. Yo veo tu nombre y me sale.
So we gotta put this volume up, I think, or something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why y'all can't hear me on YouTube. Appreciate the sub, but y'all can't hear me. Okay, now alright, you can't hear me. I'm stupid. I gotta put the volume up. Okay. So, source. We can hear you with your music. We can hear you with your music. Okay, appreciate you. I couldn't hear. I had my stream open, so I couldn't could completely listen to it. But we got some videos to react to. Let me put this up. Dang, I can't read this. Okay. Now this video source. Alright. Capture window, YouTube. I don't know how. Okay, so by the way, I'm streaming on Twitch horizontally, or no, vertically, and then YouTube I got it horizontal. And my green screen fucking. So if it don't look right, that's why. But yeah, we have.
Like, that shit gets old so.
I was watching this video by Tony's Dead Beachy, man. This shit hit
How
me,
before
dog.
blow up did you knew you was coming into this lifestyle? See, that's the tricky thing about this shit. Like,
I
me
was watching
starting
this
content,
shit, brother.
what,
I shit you not. I was. I
it's
had
like
a fucking moment,
lifestyle
dog.
that I was like committed to. It wasn't like this, like I know I'm gonna do this,
I had
I know
a
I'm gonna get
moment.
big, I know I'm gonna get famous. The story of me starting content actually was I was in a very low place.
What is this?
When I started. I
I've
had
never seen this icon.
just got out of high school. I was in college. I had a full ride, and I had quit because, to keep a very long story short, I did like everything I could in high school. I was in AP classes, honors classes. I was class president, bro. I did everything, bro. Like the whole high school experience, I fucking took and had.
OMG
Bro,
Slade
I was in prom
99.
king. I'm telling you, I did everything I could in high
Shouts
school to
out
have like
to
a
you,
better
dude.
college kind of career. King Black, thank you for the sub. I appreciate
the first
it. I
one
get
on
to
the
college.
stream,
I go there for
dog.
free. And I got to take the prerequisites.
Yeah,
And
give me
one
shut
of the
up.
prerequisites was history. I was a big history buff in high school,
Yo,
and that's
this-
where I took my
this
AP classes
legit
in
fucked
and
me up,
passed
though,
and
man.
got the college.
After hearing Tony talk about all this shit, dog, and then like me looking back, brother, like, so basically, right, I ain't never been the one to fit in. I could, like, I've been a weird case, bro. I've been a weird case in the sense that, like, I can talk to anybody, brother. I could talk to anybody. I just don't like talking to people like that, dog. Like, because eventually at some point in time, bro, I don't know what it is, but people just like switch up or just try to like overstep shit. And at that point, bro, it's like I'm not I'm not here to prove nothing, dog. Right? So like I'm not a fan of that shit. If you trying to like one up
But my
somebody,
school
it's
was
crazy.
like, oh, we're not gonna honor those. You still gotta
But
take them. So
but yeah, what I was going with that is that like how do I explain this? So like I've always think, bro, but like I do want to make an impact on people's lives, dog. That's that's what I feel like I can do, and this would be the outlet for it. Um, but yeah, so that's why I'm trying
So
to
we're
make
doing
this
this
shit work out,
fucking,
dog.
we're doing
At
this
least a
fucking,
little bit, man.
project on Julius Caesar. We
At
gotta
least
write
a
this
little bit.
convoluted ass essay, and I was like, I bet
But we gonna see.
I'll just fucking use some
We
of my
gonna
older work
see.
and do that. And then I sat there and I was like, bro, but why did I do all that work at high school if this shit's not gonna even count? Like, what the fuck? So I quit, and I quit. My mom kicked me out. I mean, rightfully so. I'm not mad at it. You know, she was a refugee, and I'm first generation American. She left her fucking war-torn country to give me a better life, and I fucking spit in her face and fucking left college. I didn't spit in her face for real, but like to her, that was a spit in the face. So she kicked me out. I took it to the chin. Slept on my homie's couch for like a year, and throughout the whole time,
This is 2
man,
years ago.
Musically had just became
I just
TikTok,
fucking
and
found
it was
this.
when Musically had died, so the
God,
only people that were left on
But yeah, I
Musically
gotta,
were,
we
were,
gotta
like,
lock in,
Koreans.
man.
It was a whole bunch of
Whoever's
Koreans,
here
like
for the
30s and shit
fucking
like that.
journey.
But me,
You
I
here
like
for the
Prince.
journey, dog?
So I would watch TikTok Prince
Subscribe.
back in
Fucking
like
tap in,
2019,
dog.
and then I just got
Tap
I
in, brother.
got tired of like watching it on YouTube, so I was like, fuck it. I just download
we gonna
TikTok,
make it, bro.
and then I
We
did,
gonna
and then I
make
was
it.
like, bro, like I remember my
At least a
first
little
skit.
bit.
It was about Zuko, and it was about what the fuck is his name? Endeavor's son. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Half white, half red. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Icy Hot. It was a joke about their scars. I don't remember the punchline or anything like that. And that shit got like fucking 50 views. And then my second video I ever did was Todoroki. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot his name. My second skit was about Kakashi, and it was to that sound. It's an old sound. It was the I think I'm about to steal. And I heard that sound and I was like, oh, Kakashi. And so I made the joke, and that shit got like 250,000 views. And I was like, oh shit, like this is the most shit I've ever done in my life. Like this is crazy. And it just made me happy that I was making a joke and people were laughing at it. So I just kept doing that. And keep in mind, this is 2019, so there's not like, I mean, there's influencers, but there's nothing crazy. Like there was no Kai Cenats or, you know, I mean, there was RDC, but they were YouTubers. So like, and I didn't equate, you know, TikTok to YouTube at all, and I still don't. And so, man, like I was just such in this low position, bro. I was sleeping on my homie.
Yeah, man. That's some shit to some inspiring shit, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. So, with that being said, we're not gonna watch that whole video because I feel like I feel like we don't really need that. This I wanted to see. This shit right here. I had it planned to watch this.
When cops attack their partners,
This
you guys
is-
set this in there like 500 times. So this shit better be good.
Insane. Cops attacking their partners. Joe Bartolozzi is reacting to it. I'm gonna watch this. I don't know if I full screen this, can y'all still see this decently or no?
I didn't know it was
I don't think
common
so.
for cops to fight their partners. I mean, it's probably not. This is just like the select few times it's happened.
Moments when police officers attacked their partner, starting with the police sergeant who beat up his
Trying to
police
keep an eye on the
chief. This
YouTube.
entire confrontation
Yeah, y'all
began on
can't
November
see
9th,
shit. I don't
2023,
know how to
when
make
Bradley
it
Beach police
better for
officers
y'all.
stopped a car for a possible DUI. Unexpectedly, their department
I might
chief,
just have to
Leonard
stream
Guida,
vertical on
arrived
YouTube
at the traffic
next time,
stop
dude.
intoxicated.
Bro just pulled up out of nowhere drunk? How the hell did he get there?
That's what they do.
How do you get a jacket on that stuff fit to be worn? What's on the back of it?
Dog, what?
Wait, the cop that got pulled over for the DUI is trying to press the cop that pulled him over? Is that what the fuck is happening right now?
What?
He's trying to shift blame?
Chief, you're a little drunk right now. You gonna stumble back home? How do you wander over here? You drive?
What do you mean? You're gonna tell me what's on the back of it?
Oh, they washed off.
Yeah, then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Sergeant forgot.
Okay, Chief. Let me work this TWI, okay?
The department's chief pulled aside the sergeant in charge of the traffic stop due to an issue with a peeled-off jacket imprint. However, as the sergeant complied,
How much for you to be a cop? I would never
So
want to be a
wasn't-
cop. I
He didn't pull
respect
over the dude.
what cops do to protect people, but fuck no. Fuck no. I would never want to be a police officer. If I could be a cop and only deal with like
Oh,
what I
so I used to want to be a cop, dude. I thought I knocked my green screen over. I used to want to be a cop until I heard all the fuck shit that like be happening and shit like that, where like they'll send like the newbies out to some hot spot to just to get them into some shit. That's fucking crazy, dog. That is wild, brother. After that, I was like, brother, if I become a cop and I can't even trust my own peoples, then why the fuck am I gonna be a cop, dog? Everybody against you, your own people
well,
against you.
that would be sick, right? But
Fuck me. But yeah, I used to want to be a cop, dude. Like I said, I wanted to help people, bro. I just want to help people. But that shit fucked me
it's
up.
not the name of the game. When you're a cop, you get what's thrown at you, right? When we watch some of these videos and they're dealing with people that are like just annoyingly drunk and like kind of funny because they're so drunk that they like can't answer questions, like, yeah, that's not bad. But then it's like, no, we gotta shoot out on Street 3, and then you gotta fucking gear up because somebody might kill you. Like, that's not fun.
the chief decided he wasn't finished scolding the sergeant yet, leading to a very heated encounter.
Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me.
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, hold on. I was trying. Hold on. I'm trying to fix this volume over in the bottom corner and I missed. What the fuck?
Scolding the sergeant yet, leading to a very heated encounter.
Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me.
What the fuck just happened?
I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a
The
jacket.
chief touched the cop and the cop like lost his shit. Is that what's going on here?
Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me.
Did he touch him? Dude,
Dude
picked
was
him
like,
up
stop
like an
fucking
infant.
talking about my jacket. Stop talking
his
about my
fucking-
fucking
from his
jacket,
fucking-
dude.
From his armpits, just fucking grabbed him and put him down.
Touch me.
What the fuck?
Problem?
I remember seeing this, dude.
Now get out of here.
I thought you got pulled over.
Take him out. Take him.
No, you're gonna go in. Again.
The officer's comments about the chief being drunk again revealed that this wasn't the first
This
time
was a common occurrence.
the chief had pulled
That's
a ridiculous stunt like this. You might expect the chief to sulk and leave with his tail between his legs, but that assumption would be mistaken as he proceeded to do something even worse.
Dude, I love how they were pulling somebody over for a DUI, and then it's just all the attention gets diverted to, like, the police chief. Yo, if you're the drunk guy in the car, that's like a lit-ass scenario for you, though.
No, yeah, dead
You got
ass.
time to sober up.
Cause at that point, bro, they're Joe got a fucking point here, dog. Cause at that point, what they just want to fucking get the fucking like I don't know if y'all ever had that where y'all are like focused on doing something, and then like it's frustrating you, right? But somebody comes in with some bullshit, and you just get 10 times more you talk, and you're not even mad at the main shit anymore. You just mad at you. All your attention is diverted onto the fucking thing.
You're sitting,
So,
you're
like,
sitting
so-
in the driver's seat like, damn, I hope they fight for like maybe 2-3 more hours.
Yeah,
Start
dog.
slamming water. Lock
You
it.
could
Lock
do
it.
it.
Lock it. ZYX.
It was like, yo, I'm not even gonna give this dude a fucking ticket.
ZYX.
Just go. I gotta fucking deal with this chief, dog.
You start saying the
I
alphabet
gotta deal with my
backwards.
chief.
Get out of here.
Oh. Jesus. I have. I got a notification. I don't know what it was.
Chief, get out of here or you're gonna get locked up. Chief,
Oh,
you're
it's
gonna get
probably-
locked up. You grabbed me. I asked you
It
3
is
times to leave me
probably-
alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Let me go.
That's the first thing. Billy,
I'm trying to get away from everybody.
Shut up, because you're in trouble now. Stop,
I'm not
please,
in
stop.
trouble.
Stop,
I'm not in
stop,
trouble.
stop.
You're gonna be in trouble. Stop.
Shut
You're
up.
gonna be in
It's
Billy.
in trouble,
Chief, I'm
man.
working at DWI.
I'm listening to you.
Okay, so
You're in trouble because this is the first thing.
That's fucking funny, bro.
I was about to say to you, you stupid. I was about to say to you, what do you need? OEM.
You're not on the job.
Oh,
He's drunk.
brother,
He's not
just
on the
go
job.
home.
Why are you
Just
doing
go
work?
home. You can
Go
do
watch
that.
the new season of Big Brother, dog.
You have that option. Just go fucking home, brother. I don't understand this shit. Well, I do, cause when you fucked up, like your mind is on one thing, but bro, you are fucking with the police, dog. I don't give a fuck if you're the chief or what the fuck. Go home, brother. Go
That shit
home.
just
You're
dropped.
drunk
Go
in
watch
front of the
the show.
police. Go home.
What the fuck?
I don't give a fuck if you're the
You gotta
chief
call,
or
he's
your cop
bored.
or
What does he
whatever
just
the
pull
fuck.
up?
you're embarrassing
That's
me in front of a man
insane.
without a jacket.
No. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real fucking problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene, okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
I mean, I'm assuming there's some sort of law where if the cop's not on the job and or drunk, then he's not allowed to do anything either. The chief's showing up acting like he's getting to control the entire investigation and what's going on when he's clearly too intoxicated and not on the clock. I think the guy grabbing him...
That's what I don't understand, dog. You know you're drunk. Why? Dude? What the fuck? Leave it.
Literally body slamming on
Drop
the car
it.
was a bit much, but I
That's
think the
it.
chief's probably, you know...
You're fucking
I'll
drunk,
even find here,
brother.
he's a police chief. He probably just
Take it and go
hears in on
fucking
everything
home.
that's going on.
That's
You
it.
grabbed me.
No, I said
You were out
come
of
over
line.
here.
You were out of line. You grabbed me. It's on video.
Billy,
It's on video. I'm not
Billy.
going to argue with it. I have a crash to work.
Billy,
I have a job
Billy,
to do.
you're
okay?
relieved. Billy, you're relieved.
No, Chief.
No, Billy, please, Billy, don't. You're suspended, Billy.
I'm suspended?
Yes,
Okay. Then I'm suspended. I'm going home.
yes. Billy, come here.
I'm going home.
You're going-
We can't talk. I'm suspended.
No.
No, I'm suspended. I'm going
He just told him you're suspended.
home.
And you're gonna wait.
Is that if anybody has family that are police members, that are police officers? Is that how it works, dude? The fucking chief could just be like, "Yo, you're suspended," and you're suspended. That's it. Cause that's fucking crazy, dog. This dude's drunk and trying to suspend somebody. Motherfucker
You're
got
going
bills to
out,
pay,
you're gonna wait
dog.
for
What the
me,
fuck?
And then we're gonna delete the body cam footage.
That's insane.
For me there.
No, I'm not. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
Go in the headquarters and wait for me there.
Let me work my crash.
No,
This is why I'm here.
Billy, you're suspended.
All right, if I'm suspended, then I'm not going to wait inside. Nothing more.
No, Billy, you have to. Let me explain something. Billy, you're suspended.
As the sergeant began to leave the scene, the police chief, clearly on a power
The chief is just rage baiting him at this point,
trip,
dog.
escalated his
He's just
unruly
rage baiting.
behavior by intimidating other junior officers into giving false
the fuck?
testimonies.
See what happened?
Oh,
Yes, Chief.
What happened?
Some type of exchange between you and Sergeant.
Yo, do police chiefs can police chiefs really just like power trip like this?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later.
That's what I'm saying. Me and Joe on the same page, though. What the fuck? I didn't even see this.
Unfortunately for the chief, his powers failed him as he was placed on administrative leave pending investigations into his actions that day by the
Yo, he made he makes $202,000 a year.
Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office.
Yeah,
The sergeant resumed work.
What the fuck?
Chiefs make that much money?
In the next case, the aggressive police sergeant nearly choked his junior colleague to death on November 19th, 2021, while making an arrest on a resisting suspect. Sunrise Police Sergeant Christopher Pulleys did something completely unbelievable as the suspect
pepper sprayed him
continued to defy
while
orders.
he's fucking handcuffed. Are you shitting me?
Just pull in the car. Just get in the car and you'll be fine. Get in the car. Get in the car. Put in the car.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
So just get in the car. Alright, just get in the car. You gotta just tell her to stop. Okay, get in the car.
And after he got in the car, dog, he pepper sprayed him. That's fucking crazy. That is insane.
Hey, look at me. Look at
After he got...
Look at me. You wanna play games? You play with the wrong mother.
What you gotta do, man? You gonna make me, make me.
Look at me, mother. You wanna play games? You ever get disrespectful with my officers? I will remove your soul from your body.
That's a threat.
That's fucking
literally
insane.
a death threat.
He
Oh
just...
my god.
Brother, he just...
What the fuck? Yo, he
remove
literally
your
just
soul
told him he'd kill him.
from your body.
Oh yeah, the other officers are gonna
Not
grab
even
him.
fucking...
No.
Yo, that is insane.
Just let it be.
That's insane. How is nobody else, like, trying to get this?
And I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Even this officer's colleagues weren't exempted from his wrath.
What? They're trying. Yo, the
Fucking
colleagues are
two
trying to
grown-ass
save
men
homie
there.
from fucking getting in trouble.
I don't understand
The
that.
woman officer grabs
Two
him. 'Cause
grown-ass
she's like, bro,
men
you're threatening to kill the
and
guy.
they just
I don't
watched this
think.
dude
I think that's a little too far.
The fucking
You know, they're not like
colleague out.
friends.
It's
I'm
crazy.
assuming, but if your fellow police officers like stepping over the line, you're probably not just gonna immediately shove them under the bus. You're gonna like grab them and be like, bro, you're fucking, you know, you're tiptoeing here.
As a junior officer who tried to intervene to protect the suspect ended up being choked, threatened, and nearly pepper sprayed. However, the officer faced serious consequences for his actions. He was charged with battery and assault on a law enforcement officer, assault on a civilian, and tampering with evidence by deleting texts threatening officers who witnessed the incident to remain silent. The officers in the next incident didn't attack a fellow colleague, but treated an Army lieutenant who had just returned from serving his country in the most despicable manner.
I can't believe being treated like this. And I'm Lay down, you're gonna get tased.
While returning from deployment, U.S. National Guard Lieutenant Karen Nazario was pulled over by Officer Daniel Crocker of the Windsor Police Department in Virginia for a potential license plate violation. Instead of stopping on the dark roads, Lieutenant Nazario drove to a gas station to pull over, a decision that angered the officers and led to a highly tense and ultimately disastrous encounter.
Put your hands out the window and turn the vehicle off. Put your hands.
Cause bro pulled into a gas station. We're gonna pull out a gun. Like, I know you're supposed to immediately pull over when you can, but like, that'd just be a thing where they go knock on the door and be like, dude, why didn't you pull over?
Hands out the window.
Aren't you
in the U.S.? No.
Like, aren't you allowed to like pull over if you don't feel safe pulling over on the road? Isn't that like that's legal, right? As long as you're not fucking trying to peel off on the dude.
Oh, a lot in the U.S., not only in the U.S. See, I hate when motherfuckers say that. When motherfuckers shit, like, the U.S. has a million problems with guns and police abuse and all this other shit. But let's not act like every other fucking country squeaky clean. Because you know that's fucking cap. Corruption and power tripping and abuse of power exist in every form of society that has ever existed since the beginning of time. To act like the only people that abuse their power that are cops are U.S. officers is just a fucking lie. Any country you go to will have people that abuse their power. In any position of power or anything, people abuse that power. It's just that's society. It's bad and it sucks that happens, but that's what happens, right? Right. So shut the fuck up with the only in the U.S. bullshit. That's not true.
Come around your side.
Let me see your hands. How many occupants are in the vehicle?
What's going on?
How many occupants are in your vehicle?
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
Open the door slowly and step out. Open the door.
I'm not getting out the vehicle.
Yo, but you know what? This guy probably getting a bad.
Yeah.
For this. You get tased by a cop for no reason.
What's going on?
Get out of the car.
Keep your hands outside the window.
My hands are right here. What's going on?
Get out of the car now.
Get out of the car.
What's going on?
Get out of the car now.
The lieutenant's hesitation to exit his car was understandable, considering the officer's aggressive demeanor and the fact that they had their weapons drawn and pointed at him.
Get out of the car now.
That's a real gun, too. That ain't a taser.
Serving this country and this is how I'm treated?
That's what I'm talking about, dog. Like, you see how he's talking? Both hands out the fucking window, and you got your pistol drawn at him? Why? Brother,
Yo, guess what? I'm a veteran too. I'm gonna obey. Get out of the car.
What's going on?
Work with us and we'll talk.
Well, guess what? I'm a veteran too. Now I know how to obey. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. I know how to obey too.
Okay, video game character. Jesus Christ. Bro sounds like All Might.
Get out the car.
You received an order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, dude, you should be. Get out.
What's going on?
That's a fucking. Why are they still pointing guns at him?
That's what I'm saying.
He's sitting out of the car like this, and the dude's fucking sideways, like fucking gangsta, holding the pistol at his
out the fucking
head.
Window.
Get out of the car.
Yeah, dude, this feels like a GTA 5 roleplay fucking scenario, dude. Holy shit.
Now,
I have not committed any crimes.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest
for a traffic.
You're being detained. Okay, you're being detained for obstruction of justice.
The officers escalated the incident further when they aimed their firearms directly at the lieutenant's face and tried to forcibly enter his vehicle.
Brother, serving your country and then coming back to that shit. Dog.
It didn't end there. The situation escalated even further when the other cop, Officer Gutierrez, decided to physically engage with the lieutenant.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me, please. Get your hands off me.
You know what? Back up there.
I didn't do anything. Don't do that.
Sir, get out of the car now.
Don't do that.
Hey, get out of the car now.
Don't do. I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk.
Get out. Just get out of my car.
Can you please relax? I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're gonna treat me. I didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Look, it's literally the motherfuckers that got picked on in high school, or the big dudes that just have no self-esteem, are the ones that are the cops that do stupid shit every fucking time. Literally, that shit is crazy to me. That shit is insane. Holy shit. Let me I gotta fix something in the audio real quick. But yeah, that to me is fucking. I don't understand that shit, dude.
Oh my god, bro. Nah, in this scenario, bro, oh my god, you should be able to kick the shit out of the officer. There should be some sort of legal clause where if this goes down, you could just beat the piss out of this guy.
That is what I'm
like,
saying,
I would love to see this fucking military dude step out of the car and just kick fucking Michelin Man's ass here. This fucking douchebag.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
Sir, just get out of the car.
I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car and get on the ground now.
Yo, he actually did pepper spray him? I missed that shit? What's going on now? Now I can't see the video. That's fucking insane, brother.
Man's ass here.
That
This
is
fucking
insane.
douchebag.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now! Sir, just get out of the car!
Bro, yeah, fucking.
Get out of the car and get on the ground now! Get! Take off your seatbelt and get out of the car!
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car!
The lieutenant was treated in
Bro,
a deplorable
I
manner,
promise you,
but this was just the beginning of their mistreatment, as
is
these
crazy.
unruly officers had more tricks up their sleeves.
They would shoot him? Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
And they don't like go through the reports or nothing.
Get on the ground!
Please talk to me about what's
Get on the
going on.
ground!
You know what I mean?
Can you please talk to me?
Oh my god. Yo, they should be fucking fired. I'm getting, like, physically angry at this.
Yo, like
Like,
dead
this isn't,
ass,
like,
dead
some,
ass.
like,
That's
base, like,
fucking insane,
Single
bro.
fuck up from the officer where they did something wrong and it's like they abused their power and then fucking step back. Like, this is like a fucking 20-minute scenario where they're just harassing this guy. Like, they're actually just harassing him. Like, he's literally just standing there.
That's so fucking dumb.
You're not cooperating. Get on the ground!
It's literally the big dudes, bro. The motherfuckers with low self-esteem, dude. And then they get some power and then
It's
fucking
bad for him right now. Him just being like,
do
I
shit
don't know
like
what's
that,
going
bro,
on,
is
dude. Like,
crazy.
why are you acting like this? And kind of letting them hurt him is bad, but it would be worse if he fought back. Like, say they pepper sprayed him and he punched one of the officers, they would immediately have the grounds to be like, see, he was aggressive, right? And then nothing would happen, right? But him just like literally just getting kind of like fucked up is gonna mean like, hey, dude, he literally did nothing wrong.
They fly. I can't believe being treated like this. And I'm
Lay down, you're gonna get tased.
Yo, that's fucking sad, though. That is sad as shit, brother. That is like.
The officer's voice was shaky, and he appeared to be
Oh,
in tears from the
fuck.
treatment he was enduring. The officers then proceeded to have a conversation with him, an action they should have taken initially.
Can you open up the window for my dog? I hear him choking. Can you open up the window, please?
Yes. Yes, we will. Why did you stop? Why did you stop? A simple traffic stop.
Dark over there. Those areas are dark. I did not feel comfortable.
Hold on. You felt more comfortable here, okay? Coming here was not the...
I would immediately tell them to call their superintendent.
Yeah,
supervisor.
bro.
I would immediately say, get your supervisor
Oh,
here, get
dog,
them
I don't know,
body cam
man.
footage,
I
and
don't
we're going
know.
to court. Like, you just fucking pepper
I
sprayed him,
don't know,
shoved him to
dude.
the ground, kicked him.
That shit's
and-
just crazy,
and
brother.
fucking
Like, I'm
pointed guns in
not
his face for
a
doing nothing
fucking.
wrong.
I'm not a gun hole advocate for this fucking government and how it's being run and all that bullshit, right? But if a motherfucker is risking his life for the country, dog, I don't give a fuck how you feel about the country, brother. This man is sacrificing his life for something he believed in, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's to keep you fucking safe, dog. And your ass, supposedly, I don't know, whatever you want to, however you want to feel that the government says the army for whatever. But he thinks he believes he's doing the right thing,
Oh,
dog.
it would have.
And you guys are just
If he
fucking
stepped out of the car, they
being
would've
like
fucking
pieces
pinned him
of
to the ground
shit
anyway.
towards him. It's
They would've
crazy.
handcuffed him no matter what.
Why wouldn't you comply?
I looked out the mirror and I saw guns drawn. I put my hands out.
And we told you, we identified ourselves, we told you to step out of the vehicle, and all you had to do is comply. It would have been done by now, okay?
The officers proceeded to search the lieutenant's truck, only to find it was squeaky clean. Realizing they had made a mistake, the officers immediately went into damp.
Yeah, they were trying to find like meth or something. That would have been the ticket, right? They find 1 gram of weed.
That was what they were.
Like 1 nug.
Damage control mode.
How's your eyes doing, Lieutenant? Better. We can either sit here with you until you get your eyes back where you can see, and I mean at a good distance, you're safe to drive, okay? Go do your deployment. Go continue serving my country, which I respect.
That's fucking crazy. Anthony Martinez, what's up? That's insane, dog. That is fucking insane. That is crazy. That is crazy as shit.
Yo, We're gonna sit here until you can see, and then we're just gonna kind of.
Ain't no way you telling them.
Like, yo, we also like fucked up on the license plate. That's our bad. You know, and yo, by the way, go continue to serve our country.
Oh fuck! Oh, I can't. Dude. This nigga needs to get his fucking shit kicked in, brother.
Nah, dude, they're literally saying like we're gonna let you go.
That's
if
fucking
we just
crazy.
Did. No, write me the ticket.
Resisting obstruction of justice. I don't even need to go that route because that route makes the Army get involved, and I know how they are. But if you plan on making this a career or even 6 years or whatever, it's up to you. I don't care. There's no need getting this on your record.
Nothing's going on his record.
I do have a good rapport with my command, so I wouldn't feel right not talking to them about it. So
that's entirely on you. I'll put it this way then for you. They're gonna hear from you.
The officer's tactics failed as the lieutenant filed a lawsuit immediately after the incident.
Yeah.
The next day.
Initially awarded $3,650 in damage.
3,600, bro. Maybe like 36,000.
Ain't no fucking way. Yeah, ain't no way.
Filed an appeal in court. In
they
the next
getting away with that shit, dog.
Wait, hold up. The federal lawsuit accused the officer
To a
of assault,
fucking
racial
bro.
profiling, Missouri assault, and damages. Damages are from the officer of legal search under a state of law.
Shit is crazy, bro.
He got fired.
In the next case, both the sheriff and the sergeant threatened to arrest.
Now, question. If you are fired as a police officer, is there any chance that you get a job at another station as a cop? Because that just means you're fired from that station. I mean, you probably could apply or try.
Yeah, you're not. I don't think you're getting. I don't think you're getting another job as a cop, dog. Unless it's if you do get another job as a police officer, brother, you would have to like it would be a corrupt ass fucking station, dog. It has to be a corrupt ass station.
I'm assuming,
because ain't no way.
Doubt if you were like fired from...
Cause you know how much of a risk it is if they hire you. It's a huge risk for them because brother, if they get sued because you missing out
like one city over, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna hire you.
Arrest each other.
You get on my traffic stop again, I will
try to arrest each other. You're under arrest.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna show that video. I remember seeing a video that was like these two undercover cops that didn't know that they were each undercover, and one like got mad as fuck and shot the other one and killed him. And neither of them knew that they were both undercover cops, and they were playing the role too hard or some shit. I don't know what the fuck.
You're under arrest.
That's insane.
They just handcuff each other. They somehow both handcuff each other behind their backs. They're like, all right, what do we do now? Well, I gotta take you into the station. Well, how are you gonna drive? Well, you could drive. Well, I can't drive. My hands are cuffed. We're gonna have to phone for help. My walkie-talkie's right here. I can't grab it.
We'll arrest you. Yeah, I'll arrest you. Do it, buddy. And we're gonna do it.
Charge you.
Do it. You're ignorant. Do it.
On June 24th, 2022, Sergeant James Hiawassee Police.
Do it, buddy.
Police Department conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle after observing it driving recklessly in
Yeah,
Hiawassee,
I
Georgia.
don't know. The southern accent, bro, is always the strong southern accent is what.
What's your hurry? You're very recklessly from the city all the way here, man. In and out of traffic, not using turn signal. Man, I watched you. It took me this long to catch up to you. You were 70 plus.
I didn't think I was up.
I checked you at 65.
Sorry.
What's your hurry?
I gotta get my medication.
You gonna try to kill people over medication?
Can an officer give you a ticket for going one over? Like, yeah, probably, but I feel like you could just get that like overturned. I've never seen. Or I've been
Yeah,
pulled
bro.
over twice
If you
for speeding, I got.
But if I got a ticket for going 1 mile over the speed limit, brother, that shit is not getting paid. This shit's not getting paid, dog.
I'm not going over traffic.
I will sit outside that courtroom, brother, and wait till one of them goes 1 mile above that fucking speed limit when they pull out the parking lot, bro. And bust the U-turn right back in the fucking
Like,
in the building, dog. We go right back to court.
And went. He literally didn't even fucking check my ID. He was just like, "Don't do it again," and then drove off. But when I got pulled over, I think I was doing like 8 or 9 over, or 10. But like, I've never seen like the slowest I've ever seen somebody get pulled over for speeding is like 6 over. By law in Illinois, you have to be over 5 miles an hour. I don't know if that's every state, but I'm pretty sure no cop will pull you over for going 5 over. They might pull you over for another reason. But if it's like a 30 and you're going 35, they're probably not gonna pull you over.
Yeah, no, 5 over is fine.
A slow speed zone. If you're in like a school zone, different.
Yeah,
like, or if you're in like 25 and you're going 30, they might pull you over. But even then, it's probably just like, what's the fuck?
He knows what he's talking
You
about.
could just be like, I didn't know.
Well, it helps with my anxiety.
If that car in front of you would have slammed on brakes, you would have caused a wreck right here. Hang tight.
Then Sergeant James handed a traffic citation to the driver, and that's when a Towns County sheriff walked up and began asking the driver his own questions. What happened next was quite amusing to watch.
Why? You see somebody, your own, that's what I'm talking about, brother. Your own people's, even if it's from another town, I don't give a fuck. You're all fucking police officers, dog. Fucking let him do his shit and just fucking leave. Why are you trying to do this shit?
All right, be careful.
Sir, got a question. Yes, what
Come on. Inside the city or out here?
just right here.
Okay. Go pull the video at Valero. You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you.
Yeah, I'll arrest you right now.
Do it, buddy.
And we're gonna
Oh, you could tell they beep all the time. Oh, look at his fucking eyes.
do it.
charge you.
Do it. Do it, Ode.
Go for it.
Do it. There's cameras at Valero, and there's cameras at Napa that see me pull that.
Shut your mouth.
You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your
Oh, is he out of his jurisdiction? Is he not supposed to pull him over here?
Boy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brother.
The Hiawassee Police and Sheriff's Departments have been at odds over jurisdiction recently. The Georgia Bureau of
So they're from two different departments.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So they don't work together. They just hate each other.
That's fucking
Investigation is
crazy,
involved, along with the Towns County District Attorney's Office. However, it's not yet
why is
clear
the full
if those
screen not
agencies
working now?
Why do they give a fuck? Like, are they acting like he's lying? Like, the guy that pulled the original dude over,
I
he said,
can't
"I've been
full screen,
following him
dog.
for like
That's
3
crazy.
miles. I've been trying to pull him over." Okay? Like, I feel like that's a reasonable thing. Like, if he was just patrolling inside something that was out of his jurisdiction, I'd be like, okay, what the fuck are you doing?
These have launched any formal investigation.
To meet quotas, I have heard that the odds that you get
Full
pulled
screen
over
ain't
at the
working
end
for
of the
some
month
reason.
are higher than at the beginning. Because as the months
Alright,
go
there we
on,
go.
or as the days in the month go on, an officer, I don't know if this is true, an officer is more likely to pull you over if they haven't met a certain quota of either tickets or something like that. So as like if it's like the 20th, like in like 10 days, like the odds a cop pulls you over is way higher than if it's like July 1st. Quotas are illegal. Okay, maybe quotas are illegal, but I feel like that would make sense if it's like, say you haven't pulled like anyone over. I mean, the odds that would happen are so low. But say you're a cop and it's like the end of the month and you've pulled like 5 people over. They're going to be like, dude, come on. Because they know other people are speeding and they know what's going on. Like, there's no way you'd be like, well, I didn't see anybody speeding, officer. Everybody's abiding by the law. Like, that's just cat. Like, everybody I know speeds. Like, if you're on a road, every single person is speeding. So if somebody's like, well, I don't know. Nobody was speeding when they passed me. I'd be like, well, that's just not true. I get passed. I mean, this is maybe just New Jersey.
That is
Jersey, it's a 40.
interesting to think about, because then there would be a fucking quota. You know what I mean? Then you do have a quota, regardless if it's set in stone or just suggested. You know what I mean?
Could be going 50,
you still got a
somebody will
fucking
pass
quota.
it. Because I'm going too
Regardless.
On December 18th, 2023, officers from the Lighthouse Police Department, a tribal law enforcement unit, stormed the Okmulgee County Jail to serve an arrest warrant to a non-native man they had arrested a few days earlier, but they were met with utmost resistance.
I'm not taking you. You guys are taking them. I'm not taking it. County Central, do not roll my pre-book into solid core door. Well, we can stay here all day. That's what we're gonna do until you take him out of my building. I'm not taking him.
Sir, you're
You're the one committing crime, not No, I'm not, sir. I have not accepted him in my facility yet.
While tribal law enforcement officers are responsible for dealing with tribal members who break the law, the suspect they were attempting to apprehend in this instance posed a challenge as he was non-native, falling outside their jurisdiction.
What does non-native mean? Like not a citizen? Not Native American. Chad, I highly doubt that's what they mean. I highly doubt that's what they mean. It's out of his jurisdiction because he's not a Native American. Chat, come on, okay? Like, I know I ask some stupid questions sometimes, but, like, that was the dumbest answer that I've ever fucking read. They just said not native, and then your dumbass just went not Native American. What the fuck? You said tribal? What the fuck does that have to do? Native Americans have their own community. They have tribal police? What? You can't arrest a Native American? That's not true. You can't arrest it. So I'm stupid. Like, I'm wrong.
That is crazy. That is actually insane.
Is it by Native American tribes? The largest tribal police agency is the Navajo Nation Police Department. The second largest is the Cherokee Nation Marshal Service. How did they even arrest him then? Under some agreements, federal, state, county, local, or tribal law enforcement officers have the power to arrest Native and non-Native wrongdoers wherever the violation of law occurs. So what the fuck is happening in this scenario?
Instead, jurisdiction belonged to the sheriff's office. Nevertheless, the tribal officers...
So they're tribal officers, or their tribal officers?
Which
one's the tribal officer?
People blew a tribal officer, dog.
Holy fuck. Yo, I'll admit that. L. Joe Bart. I genuinely thought that was the dumbest chat that I've ever read. I have never in my life, somebody said out of touch. I have never in my life. What do you mean out of touch? You're telling me you just knew?
Yeah, I didn't know they had their own. I didn't know they had their own police. Cause their own police is kind of like crazy. Cause can't you just be cool with the fucking police? You know what I mean? With your own peoples, dog.
Native Americans, then they in a specific area that there's only tribal officers are allowed to arrest them. I never knew that.
He's not in my custody.
Open this.
What is happening here? What is going on?
As the tribal officers persisted in their attempt to gain entry, jail staff intervened, and the situation quickly escalated into a messy confrontation.
Are you somebody with little... You're gonna put your hands on him? Don't put your hands on me. Hands on the captain.
Don't, come on. Sir.
Nope.
Out of my building, gentlemen. You're gonna go with us, I promise.
See, you keep putting on
hands off of him.
That's all my dealing.
Is he the chief? Is he the chief of police? Yo, you know the big dog's the one with the biggest hat.
Oh my god.
That's what they say. That's what they say. You don't get power.
Dude, literally, this is literally the battle of the fucking Eagles right here. That's all that's going on. It's the battle of the fucking Eagles.
Big hat means
That
big
shit
man.
is crazy.
Big hat's a big man. The higher the fold, the more power they got.
My life this is going too. They're refusing to take it.
Yeah, we don't recognize that you already exist. Okay, it's the state of Oklahoma.
That's not an option.
It is a director saying.
Yo, why is the officer on this body cam breathing like they just ran a 5-mile run?
Because he's fucking tight. That's why. Because he's fucking mad as shit.
The tribal officers eventually had to back down and leave the prison premises, but later, an arrest warrant was issued for the prison staff on charges of assaulting a law enforcement officer. The next case was all about ego, and the situation nearly spiraled out of control.
You're not gonna talk about chief like that, sir. That's not gonna happen. You can get the out of my face. I don't give a who you are.
On January 30th, 2024, a Lexington police
this was recent.
officer spotted a vehicle exceeding the speed limit. He quickly initiated a traffic stop and pulled the driver over. However, as he approached the driver,
Holy shit, dude! January was 7 months ago.
I couldn't.
It's almost 2025.
I'm an idiot, yo. Yo, I'm sorry.
We vote for a new
I could have
president
just
in
moved
4
this
months.
shit down.
I'm going to SWAT call.
Okay, sir, this Podio, could you do an 85 and a 55?
I was going.
Going where?
Call out.
Where we going?
SWAT call out right over here.
I didn't know we had one.
We have an armed guy barricaded in the house. Just be a police officer. And
where at?
Right down here on.
I'm so stupid. Yo, I apologize. Deeply.
Here in Lexington?
Yeah.
We have an armed person we don't know.
I apologize deeply, yo. I could have just had this shit like this the whole time.
The person caught speeding was Cleveland
I
County
didn't
Sheriff
know,
Chris
dog.
Amison,
I ain't
who
know.
was
I
hurried to a
promise.
SWAT
I ain't
call.
fucking know.
Surprisingly, the Lexington Police Department was
If I
unaware
full
of the
screen it now,
situation,
though, what
prompting the
happens?
officer to call his chief to inquire about it. Just 4 minutes later, the
y'all
officer
still
arrived
see?
at the standoff, accompanied by Lexington Police Chief Ronnie Johnson. Chief Johnson was visibly upset about being kept in the dark regarding.
You ever see some shit on that? You ever pass like a basic traffic stop on the side of the road and there's like 15 police officers and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
I think we just leave it. We leave it small.
If I'm driving by and it's like they just pulled one dude over and he's just sitting talking to him, but there's like 9 cops, I'm like, why are they all here? Like, if there's like some shit going down, fine. But there's always like 7 cops for like one person.
I can't fucking grab the
and
thing.
soon expressed his frustration.
Alright, that's good.
Somebody want to tell me the fuck is going on here? I don't know if
That's
anybody's
fine right
seen
there,
yet,
dude.
but
I
I
give
got
up.
the biggest hat
I
around
give
here,
up.
and that means I call the fucking shots, okay? So if somebody wants to fucking fill me in on what the fuck is happening here, I'd be very much appreciative. Because when I tell you this hat, and it's like all the way out here, he like touches the brims of the hat. When I tell you this hat took me a couple of years to earn, I ain't fucking joking.
That's what Alright. Oh, we'll finish this last one. Finish this last one, then I got some more videos that I want to look at. I want to see.
We've realized that I'd like to know what's going on in my own damn city. We would have notified you.
My own damn city?
Hold on. I've been down there at the PD all day.
And now there's a situation going on that they're not dealing with because they're arguing with each other. Like, shit's actually going down, and now they're all just fucking chit-chatting on the side of the road.
That southern hospitality, brother. A southern hospitality.
I'm just telling you, I don't appreciate all of this going on and nobody notified me a damn thing about it.
With tensions already high due to the standoff, the Cleveland County deputies started to walk away, but the Lexington police officer wearing the body camera was not finished.
Okay. I'm sorry, what's
I
your
think
name?
we'll move it over a little bit more. So like right there, so
I am too.
I bet you can see Joe too.
You're not going to talk about Chief like that, sir.
It's not my fucking video.
That's not going
You ain't gonna talk about my chief like that, sir.
No, it's not
when
my
I tell you
video,
he has
dog.
the biggest hat in this town, I fucking mean it. Okay? The nuts on that man are fucking ginormous, dude. He walks with a limp because of it. He ain't got any damn leg problems, dude. The fucking... dude, they're like coconuts hanging down there. When I tell you, if you fucking talk shit about him one more time, I'm gonna do something about it.
You can get the f out of my face. I don't
Deputy
know who you are. Okay? This is my county, too.
Back up.
Dude, you could see him through his jeans.
No, you don't.
What the fuck's going on?
This is going to be good.
According
Okay?
to the call,
You need to stop.
chill
out, back up. Everything's going to be okay. But you need to back up.
I get it that you can back up.
Negative.
This right here ain't what
That shit is crazy.
Okay?
Sheriff, you need to back up.
Shit is crazy. Why? Why did he just, why do they do this, brother? Just relax. Go to a corner. Go fucking sleep, dog. Do something. Fucking, what the fuck is it?
Oh my god, dude, it's like fucking cult groups arguing with each other. You want to fucking practice golf swings right now, bud? I'll take out my nutsack right now. When I tell you my shit, when I tell you, you're gonna fucking lose here, man. Okay?
Chief Johnson stepped in to pull his officer back, and Sheriff Amison told them to leave. The situation did not escalate further, but it appears that both agencies have some underlying issues. If you enjoy videos like this,
Yeah, they both got some fucking issues. Dude. This I want to react to this one. That I need to react to that too. That shit I've been. Let me react to this first because it's shorter. This game, bro, looks so fucking fire.
Oi! どこんけとここを通りたいんやったら懐のもん置いてくんやな。
俺八島の人間舐められたらしまい。
ガキくったばれ逃げろじゃこんな動けるのか今度かもっと楽しもうや
Yo, I'm liking the animation, bro. The animation on this shit is looking alright, dog. It's looking alright. I'm gonna hold you. That was kind of janky. But I ain't mad at it. Give me 1 second. Oh, I got a call. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. I had to take a phone call. We'll be back. We are good to go. Is this muted? No, it's not muted. I'm hoping that the combat is smoother. Is smoother than this, dog. Like, not smoother, but faster, a little bit faster than this. Because this combat does seem slow. And they are like hitting you one at a time. It's not like that. You know what I mean?
Let me go.
Yo, this shit. Yo, this game, bro. This game might be on to something here, bro. Might be on to something here. Stabbed him with the pole. Oh, I thought he had a fucking Odachi, bro. That was. Oh, this dude got a katana, bro. I want to see. My main thing, dude, with these types of games is what really sells for me in these type of games are like the environment, bro. The environment. If like the way that you can react with the environment, if it's good, dog, that's fire. You know what I mean? Like it's like it all ties into immersion. Immersion. If the immersion is good, bro, I fall in love with the game. That's my one thing is immersion and the world building. The world building is good. Don't matter what type of game it is, the type of world, as long as the world building is good, dog. I'm all for it. All for it. Yo, the fucking fits, dog, are clean as shit. This nigga trench coat with the fur on the collar, clean, brother, clean. How you parry it katana with the knives? Oh, that's dope. I fuck with that. How he has like a little stance that he goes into. But the animations are so clean, dog. The animations are so fucking clean. Oh shit. Yo, that's fire, bro. Tojo That's the name.
登場会ほいじゃあいよいよ兄貴組立ち上げるんじゃのやっちゃろうや兄貴なら絶対にてっぺん取れますけ
ありがとうなけどそういうんじゃねえんだ
Actually not like that.
俺たちみてえなヤクザも帰る場所のない連中が生きていけるそんな場所があったらいいって思わねえかねえだろそんなのだから作るんだよ俺たち自身で
Fuck with it, though. Fucks with it. Fucks with it, man. And the song, bro. The song of this trailer is fucking
that right there?
beautiful, bro.
That's the Japan you've been dreaming about.
SNOOPDOGG. Oh.
Just what are we trying so hard to protect? 歌を食い物にして蒼天堀の帝王なんて呼ばれてそれでできた居場所ってのも俺の欲しかったものなんでしょうか
Bro, this game, I'm hyped for this game, dog. I love the environment and everything, dude. The fucking...
What's your story?
The timeline, dog.
For the Yakuza, some things never change. Obsessing over one man's death.
That song is fucking good, dude.
I know, but I can't just leave it alone. If I don't settle this,
That shit is good.
my life
I forgot I have to
can't
keep it fucking thing, brother. I couldn't see it. This shit is good though. This shit is dope. I'm hyped for shit for this game, bro.
Remember my promise, yeah?
いいじゃんたち変わってんな
怖い顔してますよ、社長。
弱気前やさんした
Are those all? Hold on. Are those all like actors? Like big or small? I don't give a fuck. But are all those actors and actresses? Cause that's insane. That's a pretty big lineup. Everybody in that book had a body.
We could always just make our home, our own country. It's the only choice we got.
Our only way forward is to make a place for ourselves. That settles it, Makoto. If this country won't accept us, we'll carve out our own right from underneath it.
Okay, see in the trailer the combat looks a lot more faster paced than the gameplay demo that they did right now. We just saw. Bro, this shit's gonna be a movie, dog. That game gonna be a fucking movie, brother. That shit's gonna be gas as hell. That shit's gonna be fire. Fire. That shit's gonna be fire. Alright, man. No. So message. Play residential. New Prince of Persia. I wanted to see that other bro. There was that one game that fuck man. That one game, bro. It was thing. I forgot what it was. Dog. Let me go to. Oh, I gotta be careful what I'm doing. I hide my screen. Just because I don't know. It's gonna show if I click this. Videos. Where's my watch later? I'm trying to look at my watch later. Oh, right here, right here. Okay, got you. This, I wanted to see this, dude. I haven't seen this. This is the Drewski, yeah, the Drewski skin dog. I haven't seen this. Oh, let me see this, dog. This is what I wanted to see. Joe.
Every legend starts with a dream.
Get y'all ass up. It's time to dance. Damn it, Tito! How many times have I say it's 1-2 step?
The untold story of Joe Jackson.
But we just want to play with the other kids.
You ain't regular kids, man. Jackson 5. Wake up, dance. Go to sleep, dance. Fix your face, man. On the top.
5, 6, 7.
Didn't I tell y'all? Practice the steps. It's step, snap, step.
Dad, I thought it was step, clap, snap.
Childhood is nothing without fatherhood.
What are you doing?
Oh.
You can't keep doing this, Joe.
Somebody gotta teach these boys how to be a man.
I'm tired, Joe. Those boys are tired, Joe.
Well, you can leave.
If I'm leaving, I'm taking my boys with me.
Ain't nobody taking my boys out this house.
A father's love has no limits.
Why can't we go and play with the kids in the park?
Yeah.
Ain't no really playing with those kids. Michael! Get back here!
Life in the 1960s, where you could get away with just about anything.
How was school, Jackie?
It was good. I finally started passing my classes again.
Jackie got a girlfriend.
Ain't y'all worried about selling records?
Calm down, Joseph. You're scaring the boys.
Talking about hit records. Who done made a hit record in this house? Hit record! Y'all gonna make a new life for me.
I'm tired of dancing.
You want me to take this belt off? Fix your face, Michael, before I fix it for you. The boys are staying!
Those are my boys!
The boys are staying!
My boys!
Follow his rise. Understand his genius.
Gassing up the bed.
Get back in here, it's time for rehearsals.
Experience his greatness.
Y'all gonna arrest me for doing my job? Okay, so y'all trying to take old Joe out the house for whooping my boy's ass. It's showtime! Woo! I gave y'all all I got.
What the fuck was that?
Yo, can we get ice cream after this?
The mom running away That is stupid, though. Holy man. Oh, this, I want to see this too.
I am now trapped in a haunted forest, and the only way that I can leave is by beating the world's scariest game. Let's go. Let's get started. Oh, these headphones are cold. Okay. In this game, you have to explore your dead grandfather's apartment to find a photo album. And after a bunch of moving around, I think I found his room. Person?
This is low-key. I don't think.
I'm doing this because my friends have officially stopped inviting me to scary movie night. They say,
Yeah, if my team was like, if I had a team set up, yeah, I would do that shit. But if it's me and like one other person, I'm not doing it. We're not doing that, dog. Me and one other person, I'm not going in the middle of fucking night. In the middle was to fucking play a game, brother. to set up that shit.
I can't handle horror, which is ridiculous.
If there was a group of us, yeah, we squatted up, dog. Yeah, we're in that bitch. We fucking, you know what I mean? But if it's me and one other person in the middle of the woods, no, dude.
We haven't even chosen the movie yet.
I have been humiliated, exiled from Scary Movie Night. So, to reclaim my honor, I'm heading deeper and deeper into these cursed woods, playing 3 horror games that get scarier as I go, all leading to one final game that is genuinely the scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life. But if I beat it, I leave this forest and earn my place back at Scary Movie Night. And this first game is the easiest one, supposedly.
That's a person. Do I have to go in here? I've got to go in there, right? Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Hello, hey, how are you today? Okay, goodbye.
I should probably mention that I have never played a horror game before. Yeah, I really picked a great spot to play my first one. I am in the middle of Sam Houston National Forest. Some people say that this is one of the most haunted forests in the entire United States. There's all sorts of horror stories about these woods, and on top of that, there are all types of animals I need to be on the lookout for. And I will tell y'all right now, I saw some stuff. I saw some stuff. You'll see later. But being in this environment on top of not having any experience with horror games is a terrible combo.
And there's only 2 of y'all. Y'all are getting fucked up. You know what I mean? Y'all are getting fucked up. Y'all will fuck up the Bobcat, but y'all will be fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? Because he's taking turns with y'all. Now if there's like 5 or 6 of us, we're jumping that fucking Bob. One person might get hurt, but we're jumping the fuck out of the Bobcat. You know what I mean? We're stomping that Bobcat out. 5 feet on that Bobcat, dog. 5 feet on that Bobcat.
Yeah, this game's getting to me. Being outside playing a video game makes it so scary. I keep hearing things, and I'm not sure if it's coming from the game or from the woods behind me.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, that's not.
What the what the hell are y'all doing? What are y'all doing here?
We thought we could ghost hunt while you were playing games.
This would be a good opportunity.
Phantom Finders, remember Phantom Finders? With you
All
playing
right,
a
so
scary
is this
game,
just
it's gonna be like a
all-
hotspot. Fear brings out ghosts more than anything does.
You got an MP3 player?
Like just scripted shit the whole time.
It's an
'Cause if it is,
electromagnetic spectrum. You mean it detects?
Then I'm just watching this guy play. Okay, I think we're gonna skip this video. To be honest, if you want to watch it, it's not bad, but just. This I didn't know what the fuck this was.
On a quiet Saturday, June 14th at 4:23 a.m.,
I didn't know what
the
the fuck
eldritch
this was.
entity known as Pentalagon emerged from his spectral sarcophagus and rained chaos upon the entire northern continent, including the territories of Schemed. Eyewitnesses claim that the stars were blotted out in an unholy darkness as blood rained from the skies and fire erupted from the deep. The resulting epic of pandemonium and terror was thereafter known as the Great Thaumacism.
What the fucking what? Only one person could have possibly caused this shit. Oh man.
Come in. Sorry about the wait. It's literally hell on earth out there. Can I get you anything? You all right? Maybe water or maybe a flagon of ale?
Could I have a mana potion?
No.
This is Lieutenant Braunwick Kettlecap, lead
This is so
investigator of the
stupid.
Thistlewood Town Guard. He was a volunteer man-at-arms in the Battle of Timid Kings and has an impressive record of
What's the YouTube channel that has the same voiceover?
14 convictions and 25 beheadings. During our examination of this footage, we will be analyzing the interrogation tactics used by the guardsmen, as well as the overall behavior and psychology of the suspect in question.
You've been a busy wizard. Possession of an unregistered homunculus. Astral projection in a restricted dimension. Possession of chaos crystals with intent to distribute.
I had no intention of sharing those. Those were for me.
Granting sentience to a flammable object. And you pirated a sea shanty. That's quite the rap sheet.
Don't forget melting a pig.
Melting? I didn't see that here. Uh-oh.
This is Trismegistus Comethorpe, also known as the Wizard Magius, disgraced member of the Round Council. Already on probation with the Shadow Star Alliance and wanted by the Mad King for crimes against insanity, he's about to find himself in some seriously hot cauldron water.
Anti-magic manacles, pal. Not gonna work. Fuck! You have the right to remain silent. You have waived the right to cast silence. Where were you on the night of the third moon cycle?
I think I was in my tower doing a potion.
Doing a potion?
What's that?
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
We found this in your bag of holding.
I was holding that bag of holding for a friend.
It's the Obama-nomicon. One of the 12 forbidden tomes.
Oh. Alright, hold on, chat. I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick. I'll be back. Give me a little bit. I'm thirsty now. Turn my camera off, but I'll be back. Give me. I lied. I had something to drink already. Hold on. I'll turn my camera back on. Gotta turn my camera back on. Alright. I did have something to drink right next to me. As a matter of fact.
Am I under arrest?
Look at the body language here. Notice how the cone of his hat is angled away from the investigator. Already a clear sign of discomfort. This wizard is nervous.
Yeah, I gotta see that shit too.
To Magius,
Should be
my
your
partner
rage, bro.
in crime. Happy 423rd, my man. Signed, Oblivicus the Shadowmancer.
I mean, I'm 424, so that really could be anybody. Named Magius.
Look, possession of something like this alone could land you in prison for a long time.
Please.
What is
No
called?
prison can hold me.
No, not prison. Prism.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That could hold me.
Prism is jail for wizards.
Lot of dark magic in here. Power word peel. Shrink helmet. Slurt. It's got slurt. I mean, these spells are all super illegal.
I wouldn't know. I don't know what those are.
What's decapistrate?
If I had to guess. And repeat off at the same time. But again, I really wouldn't know because I don't know what that is.
What about Glory Portal?
Glory Portal, a 5th level conjuration spell that summons a tomato-sized portal to the suction dimension at waist height. The portal lasts about 1.5 to 6 minutes, or until the caster is done using it. The spell requires concentration.
I wouldn't even begin to know what that is, or why anyone would cast that spell.
Really? Because you bookmarked it right here.
I've never seen that bookmark in my life.
The guard is getting nowhere and will now need to apply pressure using a number of sophisticated psychological techniques from his investigative tool belt.
You like that? You like the big pliers on your hand?
No!
Okay, here's a hot poker.
By allowing the pliers to remove the suspect's fingernails and also jamming a hot poker into his head, the investigator has subtly changed the atmosphere of the room, ever so slightly increasing the chances of a confession.
Okay, fine, fuck, it's mine, it's mine! Ah!
All right, good. Now we're getting somewhere. So what is it you do exactly for the Round Council?
Paperwork? I'm basically a glorified scribe.
Really? Because it says here that you're in charge of a pretty important artifact. A Tharxian warding crystal?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I mean, we have ways of finding out.
Okay, like you have the mana to cast Cone of Truth. But you legally have to tell me if you're casting Cone of Truth. That's the law.
This is false. A deputized Teravian guardsman is legally allowed to use deception when casting Cone of Truth. However, he would technically also be inside the Cone of Truth, and would therefore be unable to lie. But if he could, he would totally be allowed, legally speaking. But most guardsmen would just put a hot iron in his pee hole.
So, it'd be pretty bad if something happened to your artifact, right?
I mean, nothing happened. But even if something did, I think it'd be fine.
It would not be fine. There are exactly 8 Tharxian warding crystals, each placed at the top of a tower, guarded by the highest-ranking wizards of the Round Council. These towers are perfectly positioned to form a gargantuan magic circle. When activated, this circle forms an arcane bond strong enough to seal the spectral sarcophagus at its center, entombing the great demon lord, Pentalagon. If even one of the crystals were to be destroyed, or simply removed from its tower, the spell would be broken and Pentalagon would be free to bring about the Thaumacism.
Yeah, probably nothing bad.
And you're sure nothing accidentally happened to it?
Yep.
Because a lot can happen in a wizard's tower. A stray spell knocks into a cauldron, Golem steps on it, I don't know, falls into a hole.
It wouldn't fall into a hole.
How about sucked into a hole?
I like how they use.
I
like how they
even know
use
why.
they use the same like the same, how do I say it? The same strategy as like the back rooms, where you put the CGI shit and then just make it all look like CCTV. Like you see that looks like it's from a video game, and the walls and everything. But since it all looks like it's through like a CCTV filter, they look like they belong there.
You would ask that because mine is completely safe.
It works well.
All the way up at the top of my tower.
It works well, 100%. I gotta stretch this out. I gotta stretch my green screen out so it's not moving that much. Cause this right here is just folded though. This is just folded.
Found that in the suction dimension.
I think that's a problem.
Really only one way it could have ended up there.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
How do you think that happened?
I don't know. Could have been like a glory portal.
What?
Probably a glory portal.
Huh.
Oh my God! Are you seriously suggesting that I'm some sort of vile pervert who would summon an illegal portal to a realm of infinite suction of unlimited torque? Just so I can what? Just jam my little wizard dingus in there, get my magic rocks off, and in the process, I maybe accidentally made the portal a little too big, made it a little too strong.
That's not...
Sucked up all my magic shit, including my artifact, because that did not happen.
That's exactly what happened. Shortly after this interrogation, authorities were able to confirm this very narrative through eyewitness testimony of an unlicensed homunculus, along with this subpoenaed footage from Magius's orb. Unfortunately, at the time, the guardsman was unaware of these developments.
You're right. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Good.
That accident didn't happen.
Great.
Because I think you did it on purpose.
What?
On the night in question, mere hours before the thaumacism began, Oblivicus the Shadowmancer was seen in attendance at the bone spire of Galatrax the Defiler, where the two of them raised an undead horde. The horde then immediately bent to the will of the far greater nearby evil, Pentalagon. The investigator is now attempting to claim Magius was present during these events in order to cement him as a dark mage and establish a motive of intentionally freeing Pentalagon.
Nice try. You almost got me with the whole pervert and denial act.
Right.
You monster. I'll have you decapitated for this.
Well, hold on.
Knowing what we know now, the guardsman is mistaken. We'll have to keep watching to see if he's following a false lead, or actually employing an unorthodox approach to obtain a confession.
You raised the guy a horde, why wouldn't you banish your artifact to set him free?
Oh my God! I literally wasn't even at the spire that night. You can ask Oblivicus.
We already did.
He was at the top of the spire.
What? Oh my God! That's not true! He's literally lying! I totally flaked on those assholes!
To do what?
Now that he's got the wizard in a heightened state of emotion, the investigator will attempt an advanced technique. This method is controversial for its high rate of false confessions. The method is as follows. Sympathize with the suspect. Provide relief. Establish a rapport. Abandon all previous steps. And repeatedly stab them with a spear.
Oh my God! Ow!
Why did you ditch your friend?
Okay, fine. I was doing the glory portal. I swear it was an accident. You were right the first time.
Yeah, right.
I don't believe I swear! I just wanted to get my wand wet. I haven't felt the touch of a wench in ages. I was lonely, okay? I was weak. What do you want me to say? Huh? Galatrax? Oblivicus?
That's right, asshole! He admitted it! Yes, bitch! We totally got you!
Oh my God!
And we got it all on the orb!
Oh, no freaking way! What the shit?
Next time, don't get us killed!
This is the real Lord of the Rings. All the wizards The wizards be smoking.
Oh my God! This was all just a prank.
Yep. Yeah.
So none of it was real.
Oh no, this was all very real.
We're definitely going to Prism.
What?
Okay, sorry about that. Can I get you anything? Water, mana potion?
Magius and Galatrax were sentenced to 2 years in prison and 1,000,000 years in Prism. Oblivicus was rushed to the nearest commune of clerics, but fell off the cart in transit and was cut in half by a wagon wheel. Bronwick Kettlecap was polymorphed into a chair. He is still a chair to this day.
Granting sentience to a flammable object.
Oh, is that how they did it?
Casting Thunder Sphere in a residential
see thing was different. Fatih's digging for a hidden place.
Paris,
a hidden
France.
race. This is what I want to see.
Alexandre Santiv Delbedre is standing over the only finished copies of the book he just finished writing, and he is about to destroy them all. The whole edition is stacked in front of him, years of his life freshly off the press, and he gives the order to wipe it.
By the way, I gotta start. I gotta remember to do this. This is Oompaville. I'll show you Oompaville right there on YouTube. Good YouTuber. Don't agree with all this stuff.
Every copy pulped, scrapped, and gone before a single stranger can open and read what's inside. Out of the entire print run, only 2 copies survive. One the printer secretly kept, and one Santiv took home and hid. So the question is, what do you put in a book that makes you spend?
So one thing that I remember, I saw a video, right, on how Hitler would try and he would try to do like these weird, he was trying to do like some supernatural stuff, and it was like, it wasn't like just one it wasn't just like an experiment. Like this dude would go, he went to like some village, I forgot, I don't know if he's gonna bring it up in the video, but I remember he sent like some people to this village because it was known for like they had like chants or something that they did. It was something weird, dude. Something weird. I just know that he was on that type of time.
To erase it the moment that you make
all
it
that
real.
bullshit. He was on that type of stuff.
A kingdom is the answer. A kingdom that Santiv swore existed, hidden deep under the surface of the earth and older than every nation on the map, ruled by a king who could read any human mind like a page. Santiv believed in it completely to the very end of his life, and the instant he'd written it all down where anybody could read it, something about it frightened him so badly, he decided to take it all back in fear. Santiv never explained why, but whatever he thought he had touched did not stay buried with him, because half a century later, the most dangerous regime in human history went looking for it at the bottom of the world.
By the way, guys, I stream on both Twitch and YouTube. YouTube's vertical, Twitch is horizontal. So I mean, either right now I think I got it set up good for the YouTube reactions.
And this
so
is a
I don't think it really matters which you're watching right now, but it's fine.
Video about that kingdom. Its name is Agartha.
To be honest, I
It
think
is
the
one of the
vertical might be better.
strangest strings that I have
The
ever
vertical
pulled
might
on, because the further down the string you go, the bigger the names get, and the more things start adding up, I guess, if you are an insane person, maybe. This is truly a ridiculous and scary and absurd rabbit hole. Please, come along with me. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. You're gonna want to stick around for what's next. If you're old, may God have mercy on you. Comment down below what you want to see me cover in the next video, and this one starts with one obscure Frenchman. Then a Russian running for his life. Then a respected philosopher. Then a world-famous novelist. Then the woman who basically invented modern occultism, and then eventually The SS, you know, the Nazis. For 150 years, people have hunted this place. A handful of them swore that they found the door, but not one of them ever came back with a single brick. Maybe that's because it's being hidden. It's being suppressed.
Hold on. What was he talking about?
The more things start adding up.
Oh, is that? Hold on. What was that?
On the map, ruled by
I think
a
I
king
know.
who could read any human mind like a page. Santiv believed in it completely to the very end of his life, and the instant he'd written it all down where anybody could read it, something about it frightened him so badly he decided to take it all back.
I want to pause at that map.
Santiv never explained why, but whatever he thought he had touched did not stay buried with him, because half a century later, the most dangerous regime in human history went looking for it at the bottom of the world. And this is a video about that kingdom. Its name is Agartha.
Agartha, yeah, I just seen a video on that.
It's one of the strangest strings that I have
I seen a short video. I've heard of it before. It's the world underneath the cross.
Because the further down the string you go, the bigger the names get, and the more things start adding up, I guess, if you are an insane person, maybe. This is truly a ridiculous and scary and absurd rabbit hole. Please, come along with me. If you're new, hit the...
So, look, okay, look. He's saying it's an insane rabbit hole. There's this, where was that thing at? There was this underground tree. It was a tree that was in a cave, brother, that was like growing. In a cave, dog. In a cave, no sunlight. And the tree was thriving. I forgot what that thing was called, but that's fucking insane, dude. That is crazy. And then, like, if you put that together with the pyramids, I don't know if y'all seen like the there was like a theory that the pyramids like are like a conduit for like power that goes way deeper than we think. Than we see, than the government lets us see. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's interesting to like put it together, but
You're gonna want to stick around for what's next. If you're
you still
old,
need
may God have
your
mercy
own
on
shit.
you. Comment down below what you want to see me cover in the next video, and this one starts with one obscure Frenchman, then a Russian running for his life, then a respected philosopher, then a world-famous novelist, then the woman who basically invented modern occultism, and then eventually the SS, you know, the Nazis. For 150 years, people have hunted this place. A handful of them swore that they found the door, but not one of them ever came back with a single brick. Maybe that's because it's being hidden. It's being suppressed. It's obfuscated. My favorite word. Either way, the evidence has caused lots of people to believe it, and the lack of evidence has pretty much not stopped anybody from believing it, including supposedly the men running Nazi Germany. There's a ton of information about this on the internet, so I did my best to capture as much as I could and put it in one cohesive bundle. In terms of books, my library card's expired, and honestly, I can't really read. So the only book that I could really find that traces the whole sort of thing from end to end is a very strange out-of-print book from 1993 by a scholar named Jocelyn Godwin. He called it Arctos, and the place that this stops just being a weird old book and strange legend and story and starts being something a government would send ships and men to go find is Antarctica, and that's where we're going first. You guys know that I love Antarctica, all right? There's something up there, or down there rather. There's something down there. It's bullshit. I'm going down there one of these days. The men who built the Nazi movement in the early 20th century weren't only obsessed with conquering the real known world that actually exists, but a surprising number of them were obsessed with a world that supposedly doesn't exist. Before the party ever held any real power, it grew up tangled together with a whole subculture of German occult societies and groups that taught that the German people were the last living remnant of an ancient master race. You've probably heard of that idea before. A race that had come down out of the lost paradise in the frozen north. And that the secret of that race's godlike power was still out there somewhere. Probably not to the north, but rather down south, because Antarctica is down south. The North has just got Santa up there. And that shit was just waiting to be dug up, they thought. And the story that has been told for the better part of a century is that when the Nazis finally went hunting for it, they went to the one place on Earth that almost no human had ever set foot: Antarctica. Schwabenland! In the winter of 1938, Hitler's government sent a secret expedition to the bottom of the world. A ship called the Schwabenland with seaplanes catapulted right off its deck. And as they flew, the crew dropped heavy metal lawn darts stamped with the swastika.
Schwabenland was an aircraft tender. Schwabenland was an aircraft tender. She had the capacity to 2 Dornier Duje seaplanes, which were used extensively on the expedition. They were used for Richard's scientific studies, for research on the performance of aircraft in extreme cold, to prepare for this incoming German war against rigid Soviet Union. In extreme cold, to prepare for the incoming German war against rigid Soviet Union. And most famously to drop large darts with the swastika flag around the region to stake out Germany's claim on the region's land that they would call Neuschwabenland or Swabia.
Into the ice below, claiming a slice of the continent and renaming it New Schwabia. That is real. That is documented history. That's in the record. I'm not making that up for clicks and wipes. I'm all about wiping now. Swiping. And the legend that grew up around it says that they were not down there for the ice or the cute little penguins or even the land. They were hunting for a door, a way into a kingdom that supposedly sat beneath the surface of the planet. And that kingdom is Agartha. And if you take the believers at their word, it is an entire civilization with millions and millions and millions of people. By the most repeated count online that you can find, 8.
Influenced by Saint Yves, probably due to Martinist influence, the Polish explorer Ferdinand Ossendowski. Golly, dude, I'm butchering the fuck out of this. Wrote Agartha, spelling it Agarty, in his 1922 book about his adventures across the world, beasts, men, and gods, saying he heard of it in a Mongolia. According to Agarty had 800 million people, and in 2029 would invade the surface. Its residents spoke Vatanen and were led by Brahma, the king of the world, the Maitma, and my God, what the fuck? What is that? Maitma? What is that? Maitma? And Mahing
Million in cities lit by their own underground sun, with universities and aircraft and a web of tunnels running under the whole world. Already doing all of that while we were up here trying to get filament to not explode when we put it in a light bulb. And at the center of all of it, a throne and a ruler the believers call the king of the world. A being who they say can read any human soul like an open page. And the source of the whole kingdom's power, the thing that supposedly lets them heal a dying man 1 minute and level a city the next minute, is an energy its masters run straight through their own bodies. And the believers have a name for it. They call it Vril. Like krill, but with a V, and with much deeper ties to white supremacy. That, the story says, is what the Nazis were really chasing.
Krill? Isn't that the alien race in Star Trek or something? I'm retarded. Am I dumb? Krill. The use of real
down under the ice. The lost energy type of battery of an ancient master race. What's crazy is that I've heard so much of this stuff growing up and spending time on the internet and hearing people talk about it. Like they have the acorn, the Glockenspiel. I don't think that's what it's called, but Nazi occultism is very interesting, and they believed in some wild shit. I love the images of Agartha, by the way. It is really funny to me. There's also a prophecy, and that prophecy is ticking down and will come into effect apparently in the year 2030, which is in 4 years. Or something. You see, the lore says the kingdom left the surface people, us, a prophecy more than a century ago. There would be 50 years of chaos, then a stretch of false peace, then one final war. And at the end of it, the people of the kingdom would come up out of the ground and take the surface back. Kind of like that video game where those mole people came out of the ground or whatever.
Hey, just saying. Just saying, brother. With the way everybody's moving now.
That shit was on Xbox. I don't have any other memories beyond that. Now, how much of this is true? Take a guess right now. We're gonna get all the way to the bottom of it, I promise. Okay, guys? But first, to understand why any modern-ish government would take any of it seriously enough to send an entire ship and crew, you gotta actually understand where the idea of this kingdom came from. The idea of an underground civilization, not just Agartha, specifically, or Asgartha, or Asgard, or whatever the other names it has. It's a pretty big idea that a ton of civilizations and cultures have pondered. The idea of an underworld. The Greeks, the Hindi people had one called, I forget what it was called. It starts with a P though. But specifically with Agartha, it comes from the man that we opened this video with, the fellow who wrote it all down and then tried to just take it back, I guess. He had some severe guilt over it or something like that. So let's go back to Santiv, alone with that doomed book. The book was called Mission de India, his mission from India. And in it, he laid out Agartha in astonishing detail. This guy was like the Tolkien of the French. A hidden land beneath the surface ruled, in Godwin's words, the person who wrote the book back in 1983, by a supreme pontiff of Ethiopian race styled the Brahmata, with millions of subjects, a secret society of masters that Santiv believed really should be running the world, with a system he called synarchy, which is ruled by an enlightened council working from the shadows. And he said that he knew all of this because a mysterious teacher had appeared in his life, taught him a lost sacred language, and then vanished. And when Godwin later on went looking for who that teacher actually was, the most he could conclude was, nobody knows. But anyways, this was still taken very seriously by the Nazis and then us allegedly after World War II. So it's still worth talking about, okay? Also, Santiv wasn't even first. Godwin traced the word Agartha itself back 13 years earlier. By the way, at that point, that was the first time the word had ever been uttered by anybody. It was originally traced to a French judge named Louis Jacoliot, who in 1873 wrote about an ancient lost city that he spelled as Gartha, based on manuscripts that
Alright, the spelling of Agartha was inconsistent. Various works spell it as Agartha, Gardy. Jacob spelling as Gartha. One analogy is that Asgartha derives from Asgarth. Alternative spelling, the mythical Norse Asgard. According to this etymology, the A was likely added to make it seem closer to Sanskrit. As the story originally took place in India, neither the term Agartha nor any variation of it was used before the 1870s, though it is often claimed that the idea is ancient and dates to ancient.
Conveniently, no other living person has ever managed to find. This guy was like the Joseph Smith of France, and Jacoliot City was not underground. Santiv took Jacoliot City, buried it underground, and then filled it in with more lore. And then Godwin obviously wrote about all this many years later. Given all of this, Godwin, a careful scholar, did not think that Santiv was lying. A con man would have tried to sell the secret. Santiv tried to erase the secret, and Godwin comes down on the side of belief. He writes, I believe that Santiv did see what he described, and that he did not consider himself to the slightest degree to be writing fiction, which makes the burning book stranger, not less strange. So this is just a really confusing tale overall. Then, quite a few years later, in 1922, the story had its second witness and finally the prophecy. A Polish scientist named Ferdynand Ossendowski. By the way, we have three credible men here so far. Three very credible people. Sure, it was the 1800s, you could just lie about shit. You know, you could pad your resume with whatever you wanted, but we got three legit guys with real good titles here. It's pretty impressive. So basically what I'm saying is it's probably real. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. Ossendowski was fresh off a genuine harrowing escape across Mongolia during the Russian Civil War. He was escaping the evil Bolsheviks. The man came home and wrote a bestseller in which the local lamas had supposedly told him about a buried kingdom. He spelled it Agarty, 800 million subjects, a king of the world, and the prophecy, the one with the clock on it that ends in 2030. That all comes straight.
So this all stemmed from that one dude book.
Straight out of his book. In the 50th year, only 3 great kingdoms will appear, which will exist happily 71 years. Afterwards, there will be 18 years of war and destruction. Then the peoples of Agarty will come up from their subterranean caverns to the surface of the earth. End quote. That was a real recording of his voice. And get this, guys! Ossendowski swore he had never read Santiv's version, which is pretty interesting. The two versions are very similar. Same name, pretty much, same general ideas, and those two versions have sat so closely together that real, genuine scholars have argued about it for 100 years. There's a pattern to this, you're probably starting to understand. Every new eyewitness to this ancient secret shows up right after the last man's book hits the shelves. Genius! And by 1927, a serious French philosopher, René Guénon, had recast Agartha as a symbolic spiritual center of the world, which made it pretty bulletproof, because you can't really mount an expedition to a spiritual metaphor, you know? You do, no matter what, you just come home empty-handed. But none of that by itself explains the Nazis' interest in Antarctica or, you know, the underworld civilization. And a lot of it came post-war. A lot of the ties were put together well after. So to understand more of that, you have to understand the other half of the legend, which is the power, Vril. Vril did not come from a monastery or a lost manuscript. It came from a novel. In 1871, the wildly famous English novelist Edward Bulwer Lytton published a science fiction story about a traveler who fell into an underground world ruled by a superior race called the Vrilya. The people that lived there were taller, calmer, and more beautiful than us, and contemptuous of us wielding that all-purpose energy, Vril. And these people fully intended to come up one day and replace us. This was all made up. Bulwer Lytton said so himself. He wrote privately that he'd meant Vril as a kind of imagined electricity, which was developed into uses as yet only dimly guessed. He just made it all up, like L. Ron Hubbard made up Scientology and the lore behind that. People have been making shit up for a really long time. I love people making shit up. It's fun. Human lore is the best lore. Rubbing the onion on your scalp often makes you fit in better at onion-based social events. So after this guy made that up, the woman who built modern occultism, who made a lot of stuff up, got a hold of it. Helena Blavatsky. Godwin called her the most fecund source of ideas on our subject. By the way, one of my favorite words of all time. She started writing about Vril as if it were just real, and taught that humanity had passed through a series of root races, one of which had come from a lost homeland in the far north, a polar paradise, a superior people. You might notice that I keep saying north, but Antarctica is south, and the Nazis went south, New Swabia. There's a lot of overlap. The north and south difference is kind of, it's obviously very different. They're literally opposites, but they both connect. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It makes sense. So a made-up energy and a made-up master race were both promoted into ancient occult fact. It's way easier to make shit up back in these times. Still just as fun though. Now, take all that, look at what it becomes in the hands of, the Nazis. A handful of Austrian and German occultists took Blavatsky's northern modern race and turned it into something a lot more extreme. The belief that the true master race was a bloodline of blonde, blue-eyed god-men that descended from a vanished polar civilization, and one of those German-Austrian men ran an occult order that admitted only blonde, blue-eyed members, but a lot of those guys they looked straight up inbred. The poster child of the Aryan Nazi master race movement looks nothing like the average high-ranking Nazi. I mean, what is this, dude? I mog all of these syphilis-infected incels. I'm German. Let me check my 23andMe, just so you guys know that I'm allowed to talk about this. Oh shit, I have a highly increased likelihood of PTSD, apparently. Since when does it tell me health stuff? This is not good. I'm gonna spiral. 40 out of 100 people with genetics like yours have been diagnosed with PTSD by their 40s? I think I'm fine. Probably. And all this fed straight into a Munich group founded in 1918.
Doesn't a serious situation have to happen for PTSD to occur? You know what I mean? Am I dumb? Am I dumb in that? Do you not need do you not need that shit set up, dog?
I thought it was for a long time.
That's crazy.
But researching it, it's Thule, which is weird. It looks like Thule. And their real, very documented importance is pretty simple and pretty chilling, I guess is a good word. It bankrolled the tiny political party at the time that a young Adolf Hitler would walk into, take over, and rebuild into the Nazi party. You can probably see why this specific fantasy caught this specific regime. They had a hidden master race, a lost northern homeland. They went to the south to find stuff in the south or what, I don't know. It's a lot of weird speculation, but secret godlike powers. To them, this was not LARPing or some kind of bedtime story. To them, it was a look in the mirror. They looked in the mirror and didn't see this. Instead, they saw this somehow. That's right, that's me. That's a Snapchat filter. Isn't that cool? Anyways, to God, when the mysticism was, in his words, picked up and used as a political weapon. It isn't like a secret religion running the war or anything like that, but the darkest or some kind of bedtime story. To them, it was a look in the mirror. They looked in the mirror and didn't see this. Instead, they saw this somehow. That's right, that's me. That's a Snapchat filter. Isn't that cool? Anyways, to God, when the mysticism was, in his words.
Part 2, the Northern Lights. Step by step, it moves from the theories of the Arctic, Aryan, or Nordic race to the point at which respectable science discarded the idea of being picked up and used as a political weapon by the pseudoscientists.
Picked up and used as a political weapon. It isn't like a secret religion running the war or anything like that, but the darkest version of the legend grew literally out of that soil. The whispered Vril Society of psychic blondes supposedly channeling alien blueprints for flying saucers, and long after the war, a fringe of Hitler worshippers who kept the dream alive under a new emblem called the Black Sun. So that's pretty much what the Nazis thought was under the ice. Not Wales, not really territory, but rather potentially the lost homeland of a master race and the power to rule the world with it. And, honestly look pretty good while doing it in terms of the fashion, okay? That's for sure. Now, that's all crazy. What did they actually find when they got to Antarctica? Not north, but rather south. We keep saying north, we're conflating the two, but it's confusing. It seems like nobody realizes that they're different. Here is what the secret Nazi expedition to Antarctica was actually for. Margarine. Now, that sounds crazy. I'll explain it, because the truth is more hilarious than the legend. Whale oil was the single most important raw material Germany had for making fat. Margarine, cooking fat, soap, industrial lubricants, and by the late 30s, Germany was the second largest buyer of whale oil on Earth, importing something like 200,000 tons of it every single year, most of it from Norway. And to a regime planning a war and haunted by the blockade that helped starve it in the last one, buying the fat to feed your own people from your future enemies was a strategic nightmare. So Hermann Goering, or Russell Crowe, running the economy under the 4-year plan, ordered an expedition to go find Germany its own whaling grounds at the bottom of the world, and then just stake a claim to that on the way as well. The ship that he sent was an old Lufthansa mail vessel called the Schwabenland. It was built to fling seaplanes off a catapult to carry post across the Atlantic. Left Hamburg in December of 1938.
What? Swing what? Seaplanes out of a catapult?
With 82
How the
men under a polar captain named Alfred Richter and 2
How does that work?
boats with perfect German names, the Passat and the Boreas, the Trade Wind and the North Wind. Over about 3 weeks of flying in early 1939, the crew photographed something like 1/3 square kilometers of coastline and dropped those infamous swastika lawn darts.
That's crazy.
This is mine! It has my lawn dart in it! Now, the darts were meant to be scattered across the whole survey, corner to corner, fencing off the territory from the air, but because of the flying conditions, the crew ended up dumping nearly the entire batch in one spot all at once. So, the great Nazi conquest of a continent came down to a single bag of darts literally thrown out of an airplane window. They didn't build a base, as far as we know of. They never once set foot in the interior, as far as they know of, and the Norwegians had actually claimed the very same coast a few days before the Germans even arrived. By 1945, Germany had pretty much let the whole thing drop, and Germany's first real permanent Antarctic station wouldn't be opened until 1981. So the most useful thing the expedition found was a stretch of bare, ice-free rock dotted with little tiny lakes. And the pilot who spotted it, a man named Schirmacher, named it after himself. Now that rock, very important. Imagine it in your mind. Can you see it? It's like an apple. Just kidding, it's a rock. But hold it in your mind, it'll make sense in a second. So what I just said, which is documented, is way less cool than the legends. Way less crazy, way less interesting, almost like it always is. It's always way more boring. So maybe they're just hiding that shit. 'Cause we went just after World War II, and that shit was creepy and freaky as well. But we'll get to that just like we'll get to the rock. So if there was a secret war over Antarctica, which a large portion of people swear that there was, where did that come from? And this is where everything gets even more interesting. I'm talking 50% more. In the middle of the Second World War, Britain ran a covert military operation to the Antarctic. Real ships with a real secret operation. A code name borrowed from a Paris nightclub called Operation Dabarin. They chose that nightclub name because the night work in the chaos. You know, it was pretty hilarious in the 40s, I guess. This expedition was led by a marine biologist named James Marr, who had actually sailed with Shackleton, and they slipped out of London in November of 1943. So the conspiracy crowd is right that there was a secret wartime mission to the bottom part of the entire world, but the enemy is backwards, kind of. The British were not hunting a Nazi base. They were worried about Argentina, a neutral country at the time that was quietly pressing its own claim to the same frozen islands, while Britain had its hands full with Hitler. And when Marr's men reached Deception Island, the one natural harbor for hundreds of miles and the obvious place any ship would hide, they came ashore and braced for whatever they might found. What they found was an Argentine flag painted on an
secret military plan codenamed Operation Tabarin to establish a base on such an island for closer watch. When the British returned to the island in February 1944, they found their earlier sign gone and an Argentine flag painted in its place. This they soon replaced with their own flag, and their base was established to back up the British claims to the region. Several other stations were built, and the conclusion of the war, the United Kingdom decided to maintain a continued presence in Antarctica.
An old whale oil tank. So they painted over it, ran up the Union Jack, and put up a hut. By all accounts, this seems to be the real secret Antarctic war of the Second World War. That's not yours.
Do the Queen justice. Put up the old Union Jack. That little flag over there. Let's eat some bangers and mash.
Oi! London's getting bombed! Oh, what a tragedy. I'm so sorry, guys. It's been long enough, I think.
Let's fast forward.
Beanhole! But that's not all.
Let's fast forward.
Fortunately, there was another expedition, and this expedition is the one that really gives the meat and potatoes to the legend. All right, the legend of Antarctica, the legend of this secret thing, because this ties in the Nazis too. This ties in the Nazis. The Nazis were hyper obsessed with Hyperborea, the Great North. And then there's like the South, and they went to Antarctica, and then there's all these different really confusing lines that are all just loosely connected. This is the thread that ties them all together, all right? And I believe in this one. Just kidding. Yes, I do, kind of, but like 10% of me. Like there's a small chunk of my brain that I have no.
I keep looking at his hat. His hat is fire. I will say that. I don't know what the pipe dream is. Pipe dream, but that hat is fire. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take my dog out. She's barking. I will be back in a couple minutes. Oh, right. Oh, relax. Oh, okay. Brother. We are back. Oh, did this shit get messed up? Yeah. Move this over. A bit. I got my dog here, dude. My dog is acting up. Show her the camera real quick. My dog acting up, dog. Also, relax, man. Relax. Sit down. Calm down. Alright.
Control over.
Let's watch
And that's
this.
the one. That's the part that believes in me. It's the same part that
I need to
tells me I have to poop. I think.
Yo.
In 1946, the year after the war, the U.S. Navy launched its largest expedition Antarctica has ever seen before or since. The official name was almost aggressively boring: the United States Navy Antarctic Developments Program. But everybody just calls it Operation High Jump because that's way cooler. The numbers in regard to this operation are the type that'd get a conspiracy theorist bored as a rock. Nearly 4,700 men, 13 ships, including the aircraft carrier Philippine Sea, and a submarine. Around 30 aircraft, all led on the ground by Admiral Richard Cruzen, with Admiral Richard Byrd, very important, as the officer in charge. Now, the big point of the conspiracy here is, why send a battle fleet, a carrier, a submarine, and 5,000 men to go take pictures of ice where there's nothing? That's very confusing and doesn't make a lot of sense. It seems like they're hiding something or covering something up. The reality probably was that the Cold War was beginning and the next war was expected to be fought over the top of the world, because that's the shortest path from us, major superpower, to the Soviet Union, major superpower. You know, and like obviously you're not going to go up there and do stuff because they're going to think you're going up there to do stuff to them. So you go down. You find an analog. It's the cleanest laboratory on Earth for learning to move, fight, and survive in extremely cold wastelands, essentially. And another actually documented reason, in the Navy's own words, was consolidating and extending potential American sovereignty over the largest practicable area of the Antarctic continent. And in plain English, that means get there fast, get flag over big spot before bad red man do. So it's an outward science, inward militaristic land grab, kind of. This apparently also did not end in a secret battle, unfortunately. It ended early because the Antarctic winter rolled in and pack ice began closing in on the ships. Nobody really died from any of this. Only a few men died in accidents. 3 of them when a seaplane went down in a whiteout on a remote island, with 6 crewmates actually surviving 13 days out on ice before a rescue plane could reach them, which that's extremely impressive. So that's pretty lame. It's also even more deflating when you learn this fact about the whole armada. The 70,000 photographs they brought home were nearly useless for map making and cartography because nobody had laid out the survey markers on the ground that you actually needed to turn aerial photos into real charts.
Yeah.
So the
They just took those photos for no reason.
Navy had to send an entire second expedition all the way back the very next year just to fix that shit. Yeah, it seems like a normal government program, if you ask me. After this boring expedition is where things get extremely interesting. Right after High Jump, Admiral Byrd gave an interview to a Chilean newspaper called El Mercurio in 19...
We are gonna finish off this video, but this is gonna be the last video because it is hot as fuck. I'm just sweating some fucking time. I gotta take these
in the
headphones
published
off,
account, he
take
warned
this
that
shirt
the
off,
United States
and
could be
chill out
attacked
for a
by
little bit,
planes flying over one or both
I'm hot as hell,
poles,
dude.
which
Just,
seems
just
like
chill
a
out.
fairly sober and obvious Cold War warning about Soviet bombers taking the route over the top or bottom of the globe. But you take planes and you turn that into flying objects, and then you tack on the phrase "at incredible speeds," and a decorated admiral's warning about the Russians becomes a decorated admiral confessing UFOs. Now there's also the other half of the legend saying that Hitler himself slipped away to a Nazi base in Antarctica, and that's why we went down there to go grab Hitler and, I don't know, stuff him full of marshmallows or whatever we did with them.
I saw this other thing. I saw this, what was the podcast? It was the Joe Rogan podcast. that we were looking for Hitler. We spent how much money? Like looking for Hitler after his announced death or whatever. That's fucking crazy. We spent like millions of dollars or some shit around there. It was like fucking insane. And at that time, dude, that's a lot of fucking money. Like
It comes from two real submarines.
Time, brother,
in the summer of 1945, months after Germany surrendered, 2 German U-boats came up off the coast of Argentina and gave themselves in. They were very strange, to say the least. The first had taken 2 extra months to get there and couldn't fully account for the time. It had thrown its logbook and its deck gun into the sea, and its crew carried no identification. And within weeks, an Argentine newspaper was claiming a submarine had quietly put a high-ranking officer and a woman ashore in the dark.
Green screen,
a man and woman who may have been Hitler and Eva Braun. It is a very eerie little stack of facts, I've got to say. It's pretty bizarro, and it is also just as genuinely pretty much nothing. The Argentine Navy investigated and stated flatly that no one had been landed. Of course they did. It seems like some South American countries really like the Nazis. I don't know what's up with that. I've noticed that, all right, guys? Ever been to Colonia Dignidad? Okay, that shit's a little crazy. The second U-boat's captain spent years afterward and wrote an entire book refuting the
Bantam War Book. Hitler gave them their orders, never surrendered. They never did.
Accusation that he'd ferried Hitler anywhere, explaining he'd run for neutral Argentina because Nazi propaganda had convinced him the Allies meant to enslave every German man. And historians have also since shown that both boats could not physically have reached Antarctica in the dead of the southern winter. But the cleanest fact of all that ties the whole thing up like a nice little, I don't know, tied up like my shoes, honestly. In kindergarten, I taught my whole kindergarten class how to tie their shoes when I was in kindergarten. My mom brags about that all the time. Remember the livable spot that the Germans found? Schirmacher's Bear Patch of ice-free rock, the single most habitable ground in the entire territory and the most obvious place to hide a base? That is exactly where the Soviets 2 decades later chose to build a research station. Interesting. They were also the first ones to the moon. Maybe they used ancient, real technology that they found from the Nazis. The Brotherhood moved in, they put it up from the bare ground, and they found precisely one thing waiting for them under that ice, guys.
I wonder if that's his shit now or not. I know he makes candy. I know he has candy, but if he has merch, if that is the merch or not, I don't know. I don't think it is.
They didn't find
I didn't mean to.
The whole Antarctica thing actually ended not in a firefight, not in 2 UFOs colliding, but rather.
I didn't mean to full screen it. Fuck, man, what's happening? Why is it lagging on me now? Okay. Okay, we're back at it.
In Washington in 1959, after a couple of years of rival nations actually cooperating on the ice for the first time ever, mainly because of just science stuff, 12 countries that hated each other, the United States and the Soviet Union among them, at the absolute peak of the Cold War, signed a treaty that froze every territorial claim on the continent and handed the whole thing over to science. Pretty cool.
Science.
Rival superpowers aiming literal nuclear missiles at each other across every other inch of the planet picked one place to share. Is it the blonde-haired, blue-eyed people under the ice? Yeah! It sure is! That is honestly stranger, though, than a bunch of hidden cities and blonde supermen. Now, I still haven't talked about what most people talk about when they talk about this. That is Admiral Byrd's secret diary.
You wanna go downstairs?
Okay. In 1947, Admiral Byrd was flying over the North
You wanna go downstairs?
when his compass starts to spin and the frozen white below him turns an impossible green. This secret diary has him radioing it in, almost in panic, saying, quote,
There should be no green
valley below. He sees hills, forests, rivers, and then grazing in a valley that literally cannot exist is a living woolly mammoth, a thing that cannot exist. Then suddenly his controls go dead and 2 disc-shaped aircraft rise off his wingtips, glowing and marked with, you guessed it, swastikas. They guide him down where he's met by tall, beautiful blonde men who walk him into a gleaming underground city. And there he's brought before a figure that the diary calls the Master, who tells him the hidden world has watched us with dread ever since we split the atom. You'll have learned to tamper with a certain power that is not for man, namely that of atomic energy.
Hold on. You see, we have never interfered before in the race of wars or barbarity, but now we must, for you have learned to tamper with a certain power that is not for man, namely that of atomic energy. The Master allegedly tells Bayard our emissaries have already delivered messages to the powers of your world, and yet they do not heed. Now you have been chosen to be witness here that our world does exist. You see, our culture and science is many thousands of years beyond your race, Admiral.
Power that is not for man, namely that of atomic energy. Bird is sent home with a warning, and then the story goes silenced. Beautiful, beautiful, tall, blonde, serene men, worried about our weapons. The exact master race figure that we just traced out of the Victorian novel through Blavatsky into the SS. Now, literally waiting on an American admiral under the ice. The blonde Superman of the lost North or South. It all blends together to me, taking one last curtain call. All right, guys, it is a genuinely spectacular story. The hero, the hidden world, the warning, the cover-up. And by the way, Admiral Byrd never breathed a word of this once while he was alive. His secret diary turned up a good bit later, so it'd be a nice tidy little place to call this bitch a hoax and just move the f*** on. Admiral Byrd was the real deal. He was arguably the most accomplished polar explorer that America ever produced. In November of 1929, Byrd and 3 other men flew a single Ford trimotor over the South Pole, the first human beings to ever do that shit. He'd named the plane the Floyd Bennett, after the man who'd flown his earlier expeditions, who by then had died. And also, that flight nearly killed those 3 men. The plane was too heavy to climb over the wall of mountains between the coast and the pole, aka the ice wall. Just kidding. But as they clawed towards the one high glacier pass, the pilot, Bernd Balkran, shouted that they were not going to clear it, so Byrd ordered the crew to start throwing food out the door. All the emergency rations that would have kept them alive if they'd have gone down. It bought just enough altitude to scrape over the ridge by a few hundred feet. These are incredible men, and Byrd, an incredible man. The man who built a base on the Ross Ice Shelf, called it Little America, who then came back a few years later and spent 5 months alone in a buried weather hut through the Antarctic winter, slowly poisoning himself on fumes from a bad stove until a rescue party reached him half dead in the dark. He wore the Medal of Honor, and Congress made him an admiral by special act. Then there was even an Academy Award-winning film about his expedition. He was not a mystic, he was not a fool, he was a real man, which is what makes the real secret diary kind of hard to look away from. And, you know, it's interesting. Godwin,
that was his diary,
saw it coming back in 1993 in the same out-of-print book we've been talking about throughout this entire video. He floated a suspicion that he openly admitted he could not prove, and that was that the flight that made Byrd a legend in the first place might never have happened the way Byrd actually said it did. He called it circumstantial, and Godwin left it hanging there. But 3 years later, somebody found some proof. If we go all the way back to 1926, before the South Pole, before Little America, before any of this incredibly impressive real stuff, and kind of during the, you know, the Agarth and Vril stuff, the flight that built the Byrd legend was a dash for the North Pole. Byrd's whole reputation rested on that single circumstantial claim that they had gotten there first, that they were the first men to ever do it. I said it, I got fired up when I said it. In 1996, an archivist at Ohio State University named Raymond Gerler was working through Byrd's old papers and found his original 1926 flight diary, which was a small weathered notebook that nobody had opened really in 70, 80 years. And inside it were his sextant readings. Some of the numbers had been erased, but only lightly enough that you could still read them underneath, and the figures erased in his private diary did not match the figures in the official report that he later filed to claim the record. At the very same instant of the very same flight, the diary says that the sun sat at one height, and the report that he officially turned in says another. And it's a gap wide enough to leave him well short of the pole. A navigator named Dennis Rollins worked it all the way through and concluded that Byrd flew most of the way and turned back early when an engine started throwing oil and then altered the numbers to cover the miles he hadn't flown. Now, to be fair, like Agartha and
What
Vril,
is your problem?
this is also unsettled. Nobody knows shit about history, dude. It's bullshit. It's all made up. It's unsettled. Let's argue about it. I don't want to argue about it. I'll put you in a soul gym. If you don't listen to me, if you don't...
Is that a soul? Is this an actual soul
So
gym?
other navigators have run the same figures and defended him.
That's fine.
One, Joseph Portney, put Byrd within about 50 miles of the pole. So whether or not he fell short, I don't give a f. The only other guy who could have settled it was Floyd Bennett, and he died of pneumonia within 2 years after doing it with him. I'm starting to think we shouldn't be reading people's secret diaries, all right? For all the Nazi expeditions and the Admiral diaries, it doesn't seem like anything officially was found under the ice. The kingdom probably was never really under the ice. It seems like it was just kind of made up in the late 19th century, all right? Just kind of made up by an author. Godwin's verdict on this is that the man who first put the word on paper, Jacoliot, is the man who deserves the dubious credit of creating the Agarthian myth. Then every single person after him just kind of took it and then just ran with it and just added some shit into it, and it just, none of it's real. I don't know. There are some strange mysteries in Antarctica, but they're always way more fun to think about than they actually are. But all this being said, still doesn't answer a lot of questions. We still don't know. We'll probably never know. Why the f was Santiv so afraid of releasing that book in 1886?
Yeah, my only thing for that,
just
for
no
the
secret
whole
to guard, if
Agartha
you're just
thing
making it all
would
up.
be
He wrote something
that,
so vivid.
would be that the fact that that one cave, bro, that one cave is crazy. It's not even a cave. It's not a cave. It was completely covered, brother. It's completely covered by the sun, closed off of the sun. It was, and then like the part crumbled in, and there was grass and a tree growing in there, which is like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how the fuck is that shit growing right there without no sun? Though, that's crazy. Now, unless there's a tree that doesn't need fucking sunlight, which I ain't never heard of that shit. I know there's a plant that you don't need soil. There's a I don't know if it's a Dominican plant, but there's a plant that my mom's used to have, and it's pretty dope that it'll open up when the sun's up and then it'll close up when it's not as sunny. So when the winter it'll stay closed, but in the summer it'll open up and stay open. And you just set in some water. But that tree and that grass, dog, I don't know what you can explain for that. But yeah, that's crazy. That is insane. But yo, stay still, relax, chill out. You're here with me. Chill out. The other thing, bro, my green screen is on like a T, right? This is what I wanted to say earlier. My green screen is on a T. It's on like a little tripod shit, and then it's a T. This bitch fell. Dog. This shit is tall. This shit is like it's as tall as I am, right? So if it falls, there's some weight to it. That thing fell directly on my toe, and I stuttered. I'm bleeding inside my skin because it didn't brush the skin. I got 2 red marks bleeding inside my skin from this shit landing on my fucking toe, dog. I didn't touch it. I didn't even touch it. The AC, I think the AC because if you see right here it's moving, it's because the AC is hitting on it. It's just a cloth with swaying. It's not taut. You know what I mean? It's not tight. So that's what's like. It's like, fuck me, dog. What the fuck, dog? That shit fucked me up, man. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming through. Yo, stay still. I appreciate everybody coming through. If you enjoy the stream, subscribe, dog. I'll stream on Twitch as well. Same name for my Twitch. So yeah, look me up on there. I'm on Twitter. I'm trying to get on Twitter. I have to start posting when I'm going live and shit. and I have to set up my whole thing, bro. But follow my journey, dog, cause we gonna make it, man. We gonna make it. I gotta make this, dog. At least a little bit, man. At least a little bit. Horizontal canvas. That's pretty dope. All right. Love y'all. God bless everybody. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow. Hopefully, it should be around the same time. I'll probably stream around 3 or something tomorrow. I'll see if I'm not busy. And then I'm going to New York. I'm going to New York on the weekend, so I will not be streaming. I'll see if I might stream. I might just stream IRL, to be honest. I don't know. But we'll see. All right, yo, relax. Golly.